X-Men 97, Episode 8, Tolerance and Extinction. Another, I guess, good episode only because things are happening and things are moving forward and we're getting towards the end of the show. So all the drama's coming together. Still seems a little too quick that like, oh, there's this Bastion guy and here's all his backstory and this is why, it's like happening so fast. Then like the action, while cool, some of the stuff like the quips and just kind of being jokey and silly. This is like they're fighting like super sentinels and they're just kind of just goofing around and like making little jokes. I don't know. It just seems really stupid, especially Cyclops when he would, he's the guy who's going to, I can understand Morph. Morph should be making jokes because that's who Morph is. But Cyclops cracking silly little jokes about like having a Porsche. Well, okay. Well, okay. Well, we jump right in and we get Jean and Cyclops are, getting the rundown from Cable about who this guy is and where he came from. And then Cable's future. Basically, he makes these super sentinels that are like an evolution of humans and sentinels mixed together. So it's like I want to say like a organic sentinel. And so they can hide amongst the population and you wouldn't even know they were them until they like get activated. They enslave mutants and make them into like forced like slave labor, but they're like the world's like perfect. Like look how perfect everything is, which is kind of really sad, but and then, like that's not the future they want, so they want to stop that. And then, Cyclops is like basically telling Wolverine to colonize. Wolverine kind of freaks out and then he's like, "Oh, look, Daddy's home." Like, okay, guys, like is this the time and place for this? We get an explanation of why he didn't stop just from Genosha from happening. Something happens where he tries to go back in time and it won't let him. Like time itself won't allow him to travel to that time. Isn't that weird? Like something like he'll try anything to stop this from happening, but then time will just rip him out of the time stream and like prevent him from stopping it. So there must be some kind of like divine intervention or something like that. So this event, this Genoshan event has to happen. So they try to stop it now. Like maybe we can do something about it now. They get that transmission from the Shi'ar Empire and it shows Xavier alive. But did the X-Men know he was alive? Because it kind of looks like they didn't know that he was alive, but maybe they did know. It's really stupid. It's such a dumb plot point because it wasn't like that in the original series and they just changed it for this. Now the humans are like, oh, maybe they just faked his death to get sympathy. That's such a stupid thing to think. Anyways, they're trying to come up with a plan to figure out how the heck do we stop this guy. This Bastion guy. We get the side storyline of Sunspot and Jubilee with the no one has to know I have a gay son. We get it. It's stupid. Moving on. We go to Magneto, Mr. Sinister, and I forget the blonde lady's name, but she's the one that worked for the president. I guess she was in on this, but she didn't know the extent of what was going to happen. She was following this guy, because she's afraid of Earth, Earthlings, humans getting replaced. So she's kind of like, oh, maybe we can, stop this. But she didn't know Genosha was going to happen. So she's trying to talk to Magneto and like, yell at me, say something, say anything. But Magneto was a concentration camp survivor. He knows how to shut himself off. So like no amount of torture or anything's going to break him. He's already been through it all. Get back to the mansion and Beast is talking to his reporter friend and, they kind of had a relationship a little bit. And she's trying to be nice to him and, he's giving her the business, but rightfully so. About like, oh, if you don't have your cameras here, why are you even here? But she's like, no, Hank, I really need to talk to you. I'm sorry about all this happening. So, she's trying to be close to him. Get to, I guess, it was Jean, Cable, and Cyclops went after this Bastion guy. So they get to a house, and it's just like a house, like on a quiet little street. But I guess this is where Bastion grew up. They go into the house, and then there's Bastion's mom's like, oh, you came to pick me up. Well, let me go get my things ready. So I'm like, oh my God, this lady's effing crazy. We get to Bastion's room, and I guess he's a mutant, but he's like a technopath. He can like hear machines. And apparently what happened was his father was a janitor at the school. some virus thing, don't know where it came from the future. Maybe the Sentinels sent it back in the past, infected this guy. So when he had a baby, the baby would have that virus techno thing built into him. So he would have, like, I guess the influence of the Sentinels would be influencing him since birth. So he would use his mutant power of his technopath plus whatever this Sentinel virus is doing to him too. So like he's going to win to save humanity. He's got it planted into his brain ever since a little kid. So that's what he's doing while he's doing. We see all this, like, this random, like, bald black lady. Who's this? I don't know who this is. They throw in some fan service. Bastion's talking to other villains. You know, Doom. He's talking to Baron Zemo, stuff like that. And, you know, she's like, "What? You didn't have to do it this way." He's like, "Oh, but he's so beyond everything." He's like, "I thought you were building new Sentinels. I didn't know you were basically taking people. Like, people are volunteering themselves to become these super Sentinels, but it turns them into, like, sleeper agents. So they can just live their life normal. As soon as they see a mutant, they go freak mode and they turn into, like, the robot versions of themselves. So leading up to what the Nimrod ends up becoming." So I got that right. I called the Nimrod. I knew that's what it was. So they're, like, still walking around his house. Come back to the X-Men. And then there's a painting he painted of, like, the Nimrods and then, like, a big master mold. And it's like, "Oh, this is his best painting ever." And it's like, oh my God. So he even infected his mom. That's dirty. So his mom is like a super Sentinel. Big battle starts. Jubilee and Sunspot just took off because, you know, yeah, now listen to you. You're a bigot, Mom. So she goes and buys new clothes, and this should look amazing on her, but it looks awful. Everyone's one of these Sentinel things. Like, everybody. Like, all the civilians around this area are all these Sentinel things. Even that reporter lady with Beast is a Sentinel thing. So everyone's getting attacked all at once. X-Mansion's getting busted up. That mall's getting destroyed by Jubilee. Everyone's getting attacked. And these things are crazy, super strong. Get back to Cyclops, Jean, and I want to say Bishop because I'm so used to Bishop being from the future, but so is Cable. So it's them. They get to the Blackbird. They take off. Get back to the X-Mansion. Morph even turns into, like, Juggernaut to try to fight the lady, and she's still be able to beat him up. Wolverine just gets this. He's so nerfed. I freaking hate how crappy they make Wolverine. Get back to the mansion, not the mansion, but the mall. They're running away. They're being attacked by everybody. There's literally hundreds of these things. They're dead. They can barely handle one. And hundreds? There's nothing they can do. So it's just a big prolonged fight scene all over the place. So in the mall, in the X Mansion, and with Cyclops, Cable, and Jean. X Mansion's burning down. Wolverine gets thrown in the air. He does this kind of cool scene where he's falling out of the sky and he's, like, slashing at all these things, but they're able to, like, regenerate themselves. Rogue is still, like, passed out. They're trying to save her. Nightcrawler has a really cool scene with the swords, and him and Wolverine do, like, a back-to-back. They do the classic back-to-back stack and jack. So they're just going around fighting all these things, but they just keep regenerating. Nightcrawler does a smart thing, and he's bamfing them out of the room to get them away from Rogue. And for those who don't know, when he teleports, he literally goes to hell. He opens, like, a pathway to hell, travels through it, then comes out on the other side back in our plane of reality. That's why it smells like brimstone, because it's literal hell, which is pretty awesome. And they show, like, what that kind of looks like. Super cool. The visuals are amazing. They look super great. This is such a weird scene. Get back to Jubilee, and she's like, "Oh wow, everyone can fly but me." So she, like, tries to fly. What the F, Jubilee? She tries to, like, use her powers to, like, propel herself up. Obviously, it doesn't work. Sunspot saves her, and it's like she would have died because she thought she could fly because she believed in herself. Girl, you are insane. I can't believe she tried it. Get back to the Blackbird. They're being attacked. And then, like, Jean's like, "Make sure you put your seatbelt on, Cable. Listen to your mother." It's like, they're, like, quipping and saying silly things and being goofy. And, like, "Oh, he's so stubborn. I wonder where he gets it from, Cyclops." It's so out of place. I don't get it. It's not funny. It's ridiculous. Blackbird goes down, and there was, like, a Porsche built into it. And then Cable's like, "You got a Porsche?" And then Cyclops smiles like, "Is this the time and place, gentlemen?" they get trapped in a cave. They break their way out. But again, they're surrounded by hundreds of these things. They're not going to beat this. There's nothing they can do to beat this. They get the cool like pose, but it's like you're going to die 5 seconds from now. Get back to Jubilee and Sunspot, and they crash to Mom's party, and the mom is throwing a party to help the mutants. These things show up. It's like, Mom, these things are trying to kill us. And they're like, oh no, we're just here to save you from yourselves. Here's the thing. What did you want the mom to do? Start to fight these things? It would have killed everybody. It's like, at this point, you guys got to just give up. There's no way you're getting away from these things. It's just not possible. Would have been nice for the mom to stand up to these things, but she would have been killed. Like, they just kill everyone in the party. They're not going to care. They're going to say, oh, look what the mutants did. Like, no one's going to believe them anyways. So, I don't know what they were trying to prove with this scene, but it's ridiculous. Get back to Bastion. He's like, oh, you got to the X-Mansion. He's like, oh, we finally made this. Sinister calls, hey, Blondie let Magneto out. And he's like, oh, it's just a little setback. Does this really cool teleport gate thingy. Super badass. Gets back to the lady. Starts talking crap to her. Like, ties her up. And we see Magneto got out. And he's going to basically EMP the planet. And this is like his, like, you know, declaration of war. So shuts down everything. We see some other cool stuff. We see Spider-Man. We see Omega Red. So that's kind of fun. So the EMP thing shuts down all the robots. And but it shuts down all the electricity in the world too. So people that work on life support and stuff, they're all dead. So Magneto doesn't care. So yeah. Xavier shows up at the very end and he does the Timmy X-Men. Super awesome. I love Xavier. Don't know how much you're going to love him after this. And, you know, him being gone all that time. We'll see where this goes. I'm glad the story is moving along. You know, foot on the gas pedal. It's just going way too fast. But I do kind of want to see the team together again, you know, with Xavier at the helm, Magneto being a bad guy, and things being back the way they should be, you know. And hopefully Magneto becomes strong again and, like, instead of being the pussified version of himself. But yeah, a couple more episodes and I'll be done with X-Men and we'll catch up on everything else after that. Thanks for watching, guys. Do all that fun YouTube stuff, like and sharing, all that, you know, get the videos out there so I can make more videos for you guys. Love you all. Catch you on the next one. Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on the video really helps out a lot. It gets the video spread around more people get to see the videos, and we get to make more videos for you guys. So thank you, and we appreciate every single one of you guys.